Hail, welcome back to the Knight's Mare. I'm the Lore Knight, your host, galactic storyteller, artist, and seeker of the lore. And we got so much Star Wars news to talk about today, it's not even funny. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through it. It's an exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. And I know you're probably like, Lore Knight, what are you talking about? This is the worst time ever. The fandom's divided. There's no movies right now. There hasn't been a movie for 7 years. Yeah, that's the point. It feels like back in the day. I don't know if you remember or if you're old enough to remember. I'm sure a lot of you are. But before the sequel trilogy, okay, we had like nothing. We had no movies for a long time, and after the prequels. And a lot of us were kind of just like, you know what? It's time for another movie, man. It's time for another trilogy. And of course, it went down in history after that. But yeah, man, it's an exciting time now. We got lots of movies coming up this year. But the news of the day, there's a couple things we're going to go over today. There's the Star Wars AI fan film that I want to talk about. Everyone's excited about it. Everybody loves it, right? And there's good reasons for that. But I might have a little bit of a different take for you. So I'm gonna let you know my take, which I haven't heard anybody basically say what I like really actually think about it. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Dave Filoni, because that's still the biggest news basically in the Star Wars fandom right now. Everyone's talking about Dave Filoni taking over, obviously. We talked about that last week. But yeah, we're going to go into his resume and kind of break it down. And there was a very interesting article that I read on Twitter this week. It really does break it down, kind of show why he is the best person. Like, he probably should have taken over at the beginning. He should have been there, and Kathleen Kennedy should have just been in charge of the money thing, because she is obviously an experienced producer. But we're going to talk about that, and then there's lots of other little cool things. So yeah, sit back, relax, grab a jury juice. SQ, how are you doing today? SQR3 is ready to go, so we're going to get right into the news here. And this is breaking news. This is breaking news, guys. Just came out as I was going live, as I was hitting the live button. Let me bring up the HoloNet here. Let's see if I can find the HoloNet. Here it is. And this literally just came out. Let me make it bigger. Enhance. Okay, there it is. Disney is expected to name Bob Iger's successor next month. Look at this. So Bob Iger's leaving? Is this true? This just came out. I just saw it came out 3 hours ago. But Disney's expected to name Bob Iger's successor next month. So is he leaving too? Is it a coup at Disney? What's going on? I was going to go through this article with you, but it's an LA Times article, and dude, I'm not paying the subscription. I'm sorry not to read the LA Times. I'm not going to, but see if we can see any of it before it throws me off here. Yeah, Disney's board searches for Bob Iger's successor among 4 internal candidates as his contract expires with Parks boss Josh D'Armo considered the front runner. I don't know anything about him. James P. Gorman, former Morgan Stanley chairman, is overseeing the transition during a turbulent period for Hollywood. The company risks losing disappointed candidates and must balance expertise across parks, movies, and streaming. Yeah, it's a big job. I mean, the Walt Disney Co. can ill afford another succession implosion. The last time Chief Executive Bob Iger handed over the reins, the plan backfired. Oh, I remember that. I don't know if you guys remember that. A while back, he did hand over the reins to Disney to someone else. Remember, he stepped down for a little bit? and it didn't go very well. Executives revolted, his replacement got bounced, and Iger returned to lead the storied entertainment giant for another 4 years. 4 more years. Iger will close out his 2-decade tenure at Disney at the end of this year when his contract expires. The board is preparing to make a pivotal leadership move at a perilous time for the industry. So, okay, I guess I can see the article if I'm streaming it online. That's great. Here's more about James Gorman, the Gorman Massacre. Former head of Morgan Stanley became Disney's chairman a year ago with succession at the top of his to-do list. The 67-year-old Australia native comes with strong opinions and sterling credentials. He helped stabilize, then revitalize the Wall Street Bank. There it is. Sorry about that. They're trying to get me to buy a subscription. He helped revitalize the Wall Street Bank during his 14 years in the C-suite, retiring. I don't know what any of this means. It's all business stuff. But anyway, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm going to have to do more of a deep dive on this and actually figure out what's going on with this, if it is even true. I mean, LA Times wrote about it, but you can't always trust that. So there's the breaking news of the week. It's pretty crazy, man. I know, we might be getting all new leadership at Disney. Maybe they're going to absolutely do a 180 turn and take it back to, like good storytelling again. No like side mission, no side quests to indoctrinate people. So that'll be nice. Yeah. So the next thing we have, just a couple small things that came across my feed I wanted to share with you. Here is all the stuff from Mandalorian and Grogu is coming out. It's all coming out from like Mexico and Portugal. All the they're more excited about the movie than I guess everybody here. So here's a new promotional video from the Mandalorian and Grogu. Why is my sound so low? It's kind of hard to hear. But they put that out. Yeah, again, I have to go to another country just to, see anything about Mandalorian Grogu or Starfighter. They're always coming out with all the news over there. They're excited. Oh boy. Should we talk about this? I just thought it was kind of funny. I don't know if you've ever heard of this small Star Wars YouTuber named Star Wars Explained, but this video just came across my feed and I was curious. It says, Star Wars fans should be curious, not judgmental. See, whenever you tell Star Wars fans to be something, they're not going to like that too much. They're not going to like it, man. So here's them basically telling Star Wars fans what they should be, and you decide, okay, if you want to listen to these people or not. Here's
villain. You
Star
could say
Wars Explained.
Hey, That's My Lego asks how different generations of Star Wars fans can learn from one another.
you need to be open to learning from each other first.
Yeah,
Listening to what other generations have to say, and you need to be open-minded about it.
I think sometimes people can get wrapped up into their generation that they grew up with.
First of all, I would just like to make a counter argument there. I don't have to listen to any other generation. Okay, I know what good storytelling is. I know what good storytelling is, and I don't need to listen to some freaking 9-year-old saying that the new movies are Andor's the best Star Wars ever. It's better than the original trilogy. No, I don't have to. What's up, John M in the chat? X is a shit show. It's not reality. Yes, that is very true. And I think that's what they were talking about here is the people on X. They just get angry. They just That's like the point of being on X, is to basically let all of your rage out at your opponents, and it just keeps the world spinning. Most people I talk to are chill. Yeah, no, in real life, most Star Wars fans just want to talk about Star Wars. They don't want to argue politics or any of that stuff. If you see somebody at a comic shop, you're just like, hey man, how'd you like that latest episode of whatever? But let's continue on and see what else they have to say here.
If they feel like they're not getting the stories that they deserve or want, then they get frustrated. I would label myself as an OT fan, maybe first and foremost. Maybe just be more curious about the other eras. The High Republic is maybe my second favorite era because I really dove in head first with all those books. And I always want to quote Ted Lasso when it's actually Walt Whitman, but the be curious, not judgmental.
I would stay away from definitive statements like so-and-so is the best villain. You could say so-and-so is my favorite villain, but once you start saying blank is the best and you create a divide.
Okay, so Emperor Palpatine is hands down the best villain in Star Wars ever. I mean, he is absolutely the best villain. He created an entire empire. Well, he didn't even create it. He just took it over, and he's absolutely the best. And that's just how it is. I'm sorry. Like, you just have to kind of say what you think, like be curious, not judgmental. Yes. But, you still have to have an opinion about things and not be afraid to kind of say what that is, like what's the point if everyone's just like, well, I'm just curious about everything and I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really have a strong opinion either way, because I don't want to hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? That doesn't work for me.
Within the fandom,
I bristle more when someone just comes out with, this is the worst. And stating your opinion as fact, try to be more flexible with someone else having a different opinion. Art is subjective. People like different things.
On the internet, there's a level of communication that...
So this is the last thing I'll say about this, because, okay, art is subjective, yes, but you know what's good and what's bad, and it is not bad to give your opinion about something that's bad. Like, we all have opinions about Star Wars. All of us think differently, even though there's kind of like two separate sides to the fandom right now, at least two major sides to the fandom. Everybody has a different opinion. Just say what you want to say. Who cares? I'm done listening to this. But John says, agreed 100%. I thought Palpatine was even cool in episode 9. Yeah, dude. He's the best. I mean, come on. What are you going to do, I thought that they should have done the clone thing a little better, obviously, in episode 9. They should have explained it like how it was done in Legends in the EU. But he's the best. I mean, the coolest part about Star Wars to me is that it connects with people of any culture, religion, politics. Yeah, that was the point in the first place. Because why is that? Because Star Wars is a myth. It's our modern mythos, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here talking about it right now, because I believe in it, and I want people to get excited about it again, and I want us to make new stories. John says, although the Christian aspect of it is the most obvious to me. Yeah, I did do a video on that a while ago, and that aspect is what really stuck out to me, at least. I think that's what it's based on, at least. The biggest themes are based on that to me. And if you'd like to check out that video, hit that video up as I kind of get into it more. Shall we go on to the next topic? Because we are going to be talking about the AI fan film. Everybody's excited about it. Star Wars Theories, I he was the first comment on there. He was like, "Oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. This is the best." Are we gonna do that? Here's a little clip from one of the other films here that I think the same people made. So you got Darth Vader there, AI Darth Vader.
I know Chewbacca. I want to find him too.
Maybe you already forgot, Chewie, but Boba Fett has Han. We need to think carefully before...
I just don't know why they always make Luke Skywalker's face, like, dirty in these.
Rushing
I don't
to
know if
save
they
him.
tell them to put the sexy dirt on or what.
Why is he so important anyway?
Here's
His
a
name
little
is
clip.
Luke
But yeah,
Skywalker.
everybody likes to see the original, the OT gang back in action. And let's just hold on a second. I am going to talk about that, but oh my gosh, guys, I'm just a hedge knight in space, right? What did you think of no, we're not going to talk about A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. It's too dirty. It's filthy. All right, I'm getting off track. You know what? Let's just go ahead and I'm going to take this down and we're going to break down this AI because I'm running out of time already, guys, already. So let me make sure I take this monitor off here and let me go to it here. Give me a minute. I'm not a very big production, okay? It's just me. Go to here we go. I sent it to myself so it'd be easier. So this was actually sent to me by my dad. He was like, "Look at this. Have you seen this? This is incredible." Everybody's saying it's incredible too. But here is, I know it might be kind of old news, but we're talking about it anyway. So, all right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, SQ. We got to put the screen back up. Okay, there it is. And we're going to break this down here, guys. Have you seen this yet? Have you seen Baker's Canyon yet on YouTube's?
We're lucky Jawas don't like to read. It was a place where the most powerful Kyber...
I can't like play the whole thing because obviously it's another YouTube video, but yeah, that is actually what happens in it's not Legends. It happens in Legends where he goes back to Obi-Wan's hut and finds a book that Obi-Wan leaves behind, and this short is about him basically making his green lightsaber crystal. So hold on a second real quick. We got John M in the chat says, "I think Filoni's film is going to be a game changer. I hope it happens." Dude, it is. I think it is too. And a lot of people are saying, Filoni's going to he's going to make everything about Ahsoka now. It's going to be live action Rebels and Ahsoka from now into eternity. I don't think that's the case, because really what Filoni's doing right now is he's taking this massive ship. He's like taking charge of this massive ship that already has things in motion. It already has Star Wars Starfighter in motion, Mandalorian movie in motion. Simon Kinberg already is like working on scripts for a new trilogy right now. I guess that's going to be turned in March or April or May or something. So he's taking this massive starship that's already on a course, and hopefully he's gonna like just turn it a little bit, you know what I mean, side to side, and give us some really cool stuff. So I don't think that he's gonna be just taking over and just saying it's just gonna be about Ahsoka now. I really doubt that's gonna happen. In fact, I have a video coming out. It's already done. I'm still editing it because it's a longer one, but it's gonna be about the Mandoverse. What's the future of the Mandoverse? And I don't want to really give it away like now, but it's not looking good for the Mandoverse, which is weird because Filoni is in charge now. John M says, I have a feeling Luke is gonna return in live action soon. The deepfake technology is probably near perfect at this. I bet if they did that scene again was it in Book of Boba Fett? I think Luke would probably have looked a lot better nowadays. Yeah. But okay, let's continue all of
Crystals
this.
were protected.
So there's R2.
Kyber crystals are what power lightsabers, and they aren't easy to come by.
That's Obi-Wan's book there.
This
He's like,
is a
you
map
have to
right
climb
to
this mountain. I put it up on a cliff. You have to climb it and there's birds. Obi-Wan just says, go. He's like, go. He's just like, you know what? I'm not going to stick around and actually make myself a Force ghost. I'll just yell, go through the window. I'm not trying to say that this is bad or anything, because it's a fan film, okay? But hold on a second. I gotta show you a couple parts here, then we'll get into it. I'm gonna skip because I don't want to get... Luke with the sand. That was a cool scene. Here is a bird flying. So basically, yeah, he climbs this like a freaking Assassin's Creed. He climbs this giant mountain. Why would Obi-Wan put that up there, man? He's just Assassin's Creed.
Hey, little buddy.
I don't know if Luke
Don't worry, I'm just
could
passing
actually
through.
do that. I don't even know if it's echoing right now. But there's okay, so yeah, he goes up into this hole. And it's really cool to see the original characters back. Sure, like I think that is the reason why, that is the point of everybody freaking out about this fan film, is because it is nice to see the original characters back. I mean, look at this. It is cool. And look, the first time I watched this, I knew that thing was gonna crackle into some kind of
So you
alien
look
light.
over this place.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. If you haven't watched it yet, watch it though, because it is pretty cool, man. So anyway, without showing the whole thing, he goes to the world between worlds. Qui-Gon shows up. Where's Qui-Gon? He's already gone. And then, yeah, he stares into a puddle and gets his green crystal. It was cool though, man. It was really cool. But the only thing is that, okay, so everybody's basically saying AI is slop now. AI is garbage. But we're all freaking out about this AI fan film, which it's really an incredible, like, I'm not putting down anything that this guy did for this movie, but it's like everybody's praising this and saying it's better than anything Disney Star Wars. But if this would have come out in the theater, if this would have been what they put out, fans would have been burning this thing to the ground, honestly. And I don't mean that in a bad way for the person that made this. Okay, I'm just saying fans would have torn this apart. And this isn't even how Luke got his green crystal. I think in Legends, he got his green crystal. Let's see, Legends. In canon, he had a yellow lightsaber first, then he broke it. And so he took that crystal. I'm trying to think back. In canon, he took that crystal and I think he found like a dude with a bunch of crystals, like a crystal salesman or of some sort, like a doctor that deals with kyber crystals, and he had to take a clear crystal in canon, and he went on like some kind of force trip through his mind and talked to Yoda. Anyway, he like made it in canon, and then yeah, that's right, because he went to Yoda, and then Yoda's like, "Green, you must make it." No, I don't think he actually told him that, but yeah, he kind of made it himself from a clear crystal from some dude with a freaking crystal grill necklace. And then in Legends, he finds a book like that in Obi-Wan's shack, and then he can't remember exactly what he did in Legends. He like forged it himself, didn't he? He like forged it as from the Shadows of the Empire. He like forged it and like had to meditate. It took like months to make his green crystal. Anyway, so this like isn't what happens in Legends or canon. Which look, I'm done. Like, I'm not trying to put this guy down again, but I think the point, it was really good, I think, for them to see how good this film did, because it shows that we just want to see the old characters again. We'd like it to be, you know what I mean? Like back to form for Star Wars. I want to see Luke Skywalker. I want to see Qui-Gon Jinn as a Force ghost, you know? So, but it was cool. It was cool to see again for sure. But I just kind of wanted to point out kind of, you know, like the inconsistencies of, it's like, you know, it would have been called AI slop if it was made by Disney, you know? That's all. I don't know. Maybe I'm just raining on everyone's parade here, but anyway, so yeah, let's move on. That's fine. It was cool. Beggars Canyon, guys. But yeah, here is, let's see who we got here. John says again, Filoni respects all interpretations of Star Wars. He said it many times. Yeah, exactly. And also, Filoni never said that he didn't like Andor. Everybody, like all the Andor fans are running around Twitter saying that he said he hates Andor, and he never said that. In fact, he said it was incredible or something like that. I remember him saying something like that. We have another one? Oh my gosh. Do you prefer Star Wars movies coming out in May or December? May the 4th, always. I think every Star Wars movie should come out May the 4th. Definitely. Anything saying he hates Andor is rage baiting for clicks. Yeah, exactly. I know. He even said it. I could probably find it if I had time to look it up. But yeah, he said at the interview, I think it was at Star Wars Celebration. I think it was the last Celebration. He said that Andor was great. So good for him. It's just all right. They're just angry because Kathleen Kennedy's leaving. I think that's the point of that. So also in a video that I have yet to put out, I still have to put it out. It's coming out either today or tomorrow. I talk about the changes. There are some changes for the 50th anniversary of A New Hope. It wasn't the 50th anniversary in 1997, but here's one of the changes that they made. What do you think? I'd like to ask you a question. If you could throw it in the chat real quick. Do you think all the revamps of the original trilogy, like adding dewbacks in A New Hope, like, let's see, what else did they do in A New Hope? They made Han shoot second. What else did they do? They did actually change a lot. Do you think that was a good change? Do you think that George was right to polish up the original trilogy like he did? And here's one example of that. I'll make it big screen so you can see it. This is Empire Strikes Back, obviously. So here's the 1980 is the one on the top, because you probably won't be able to see it. And 1997 is the one on the bottom.
Bring my shuttle. Alert my Star Destroyer to prepare for my arrival.
So, hold on. Let's see what he says again exactly, because they did change the dialogue here.
Bring my shuttle. Alert my Star Destroyer to prepare for my arrival.
I'm gonna have to say, dude, 1980s Vader, way better dialogue. He's just like, yo, bring me my ship. You know what I mean? Get my shuttle. And 1997 Vader's like, hey guys, I need you to go over and now you know what I mean? It's just too much dialogue. I think a character like Darth Vader benefits from having little to no dialogue, because it was way cooler. He's just like, shuttle now, you know. Back in the 80s he was a little more angry. However, the 1997 one, that changed with that nice matte painting. Do you see that matte painting of Cloud City there? Very nice, very beautiful. I do like that. But yeah, they shouldn't have changed the lines. He sounds a lot tougher just saying shuttle now. So that was just one of the changes. It would be interesting to kind of do a deep dive and go through all of the changes that they did in Star Wars like that. Let's see. I'm just taking a look at the chat, seeing what you guys are saying here. I have a feeling Luke is going to return in live action soon. Oh, okay, we already read that one. I think Filoni's going to be a game changer. Yeah. I think we're all caught up there. So, should we read this? I don't remember this guy. I just remember a couple of things he posted on Twitter was annoying to me. Why did I save this? The Last Jedi's true sequel. How the canceled Duel of Fates didn't apologize for episode 9. Oh, so this guy was basically just saying, if episode 9 was the Duel of the Fates, which was the sequel that they were gonna do, I guess, before episode 9, and then they changed Rey. They were gonna keep Rey as nobody. Like, your parents are filthy junk traders. They were gonna redeem Finn and Rose, and Kylo Ren stayed bad, basically, in this alternate movie that they were gonna do instead of episode 9. Okay, it was called the Duel of the Fates. I forget who was writing it. It doesn't matter though, because episode 9 would have failed either way, because I'll tell you why. Because of what The Last Jedi did to Luke Skywalker. There was no coming back from that. They screwed up. They screwed up. And last week we found out that J.J. Abrams was actually the reason that they messed up the whole thing. Because they said, because if you remember, Mark Hamill said basically, hey JJ, is it okay if it would be great, if Leia and Han and I could just get together for just like 30 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds on screen. It would be, I think everybody would love it. The fans would love it. I would love it, And he was like, oh, Mark. Oh, tiny Mark Hamill. No, this isn't Luke's story anymore, buddy. It's not your story anymore. Okay? This is Rey's story now. And that's the reason. It was because of J.J. Abrams. that was the reason that we didn't get the trio on screen again. Big shame. Huge shame. Duel of the Fates script is worse than Rise of Skywalker. See, I didn't read it, John. I didn't read the Duel of the Fates script. Is it out there somewhere to read? Because I would like to take a look at it. At least Ben Solo found the light. Yeah, dude, look, okay, I'm not a Reylo, right? I'm not exactly a Reylo, but I want to see, don't you want to see like a Ben Solo movie? I thought that Ben Solo was pretty much the best part of the sequels. Right? I mean, no? Okay. No more sequel stuff? That's fine too. That's right. But I just want something else to talk about than rumors, you know, because that's like all we get anymore is rumors, man. I was gonna turn off my mic for that. All three of the OT heroes sacrificed themselves, which I thought was powerful. Yes, they did. And you knew it was kind of coming. You know, you can't exactly have them alive forever, I guess. But I just personally didn't like how they did it. But you know, at least bring them all back together one more time. I think we can probably agree with that on that, right? I mean, episode 9 was my favorite of the three, to be honest. People think it played it safe. I don't see that at all. I thought they played episode 7 safe. I thought they played The Force Awakens the safest, really. And they may not have played it safe enough with the second one. But episode 9, some cool visuals in there, you know. I don't look, I like all of Star Wars, even if it's not my favorite thing. Like, shut up. I watched The Acolyte, dude, and I watched it again for a review. Now, do I think it was the best show? No. Was it well written? No, it wasn't. Not at all, dude. It was. I think that was the problem with The Acolyte, was it wasn't well written at all. And the characters weren't interesting, and, you know. Anyway, look, I'm not trying to trash things in Star Wars right now, dude. Come on. Episode 9 was my favorite of the three. Yeah, dude. It was cool. Whatever. I'll watch it again. Should we do an episode 9 review? Do you want to talk about the sequels? I thought JJ did the best he could, I think, after The Last Jedi. Finishing that up, and I think it was always destined to fail. That's basically my thoughts on that. But, you know, it is what it is, man. If you start an entire trilogy with no script, with no nothing, and you're just like, let's make one movie at a time and put different people in charge of each episode, you know, it's never a good thing. But we're looking forward here. That takes me to not the Knight, not the Hedge Knight. Okay, so here is Dave Filoni kind of responding to some of the backlash that he's been getting for taking over as co-host, co-chair of Star Wars. John said, wouldn't say it failed necessarily. All Star Wars movies are controversial. Dude, they are all controversial. If you come out with anything Star Wars now, there's going to be a Skeleton Crew was. Like, come on, like Skeleton, really? The Goonies in space was, you know what I mean? I liked it, and I will always say that, dude. Go watch some Skeleton Crew, it was good. But yeah, there's no universal take on any film. It all varies. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I like it all. I like all Star Wars, dude. Okay, let's get into this. So Dave Filoni's describing his approach to overseeing Star Wars projects. People get worried. Should I do his voice? No, I'm not going to do his voice. Okay. He's the big hero of Star Wars right now. I'm not going to do his voice. I will not. People get worried and they talk to me and I'm going to have some Star Wars role. I'm just kidding. He actually does talk like that though. It's freaking weird. He has a little, it's okay. It's okay. All right. People get worried that they talk to me and I'm going to have some Star Wars rule book. I know a lot of things about, wait, what the heck is he talking? Dave, can you talk a little clearer? Okay. People get worried that they talk to me and I'm going to have some Star Wars rule book. I know a lot of things about how things have been done, but I'm always curious about what have you got? What do you want to do? What do you want to do with Star Wars? The biggest thing you want is to get artists to be expressive and express themselves in this time in ways that surprise me. So basically, okay, I'm going to try to translate this. So basically he's saying, people think I'm going to be coming into Star Wars with basic, like the rules of Star Wars. Here's what you have to do. Here's what you can't do. Here's all the lore. But I'm just going to kind of let people do what they want, which it doesn't really give me a lot of confidence. Ugh. Yeah, that's not really good. Like that's how Kathleen Kennedy's been running Star Wars this whole time. Well, not the whole time, but I know recently, especially with Starfighter, she's just letting Andor. She's just letting these people do what they want, which does kind of has worked in the past. I mean, look at that. We got Andor. We got let's see what else. Everybody's just basically doing what they want now, which I think that we do need some kind of rule book for Star Wars. I don't know. What do you think? I have no issue with this statement. Yeah. I think it's good to let directors do what they want, to let artists do what they want with it, as long as they don't, break Star Wars, if that makes sense. I think Star Wars is already kind of past that, guys. It's already evolved into something else, which might be a good thing. Who knows? We're going to get some new stories here. But I hope they make a movie that does what Andor did with the political side of Star Wars, but for the religious side, dude. Now that would be a controversial Star Wars movie right there. That would be, that'd be something else, man. It'd be like, imagine, Kylo Ren taking a knee in some kind of like World Between Worlds cathedral and saying, Lord, I confess of all my sins. It's just like what? That would be insane, man. I know, Christian. Yeah, grounded beast. That would be based, man. I want a Crusader Kylo Ren or like a Jedi Knight or something. That'd be crazy. Like how Link from Zelda used to be a Catholic or something, right? Yeah, put him in. No, but I know what you mean though. Like just having it, grounded in some kind of belief system. That's not just the Force, energy field that binds all living things. So yeah, Dave Filoni's going to be letting people do what they want, letting artists be artists, which is a good thing, Just make sure you're watching them so they don't do anything crazy. So with all that fan films coming out, we got Mark Hamill on Disney partnership with OpenAI. Oh man, this is also a huge thing that fans were talking about. I have a video about it again. A couple weeks ago, I think I did one. It's fascinating to see it develop, and I'm also apprehensive about how it will be used. The story of the AI-generated actress that got signed by a major agency is mind-boggling. So, mind-boggling to me. Is she gonna stay 33 or whatever her age is forever? It's obviously hard to predict the future, but I guess I'm gonna have to talk to my family about it and see where they want me to be in Star Wars 30 years from now. So Luke Skywalker is just saying, hey, you know, I'm going to talk to my family to see if they want me to be an AI zombie for Disney the rest of my existence. What do you think about using the deepfakes and the AI in Star Wars? What do you think about that? Do you think it's good? Do you want to see like another Tarkin incident in Star Wars? Alec Guinness, maybe? That'd be kind of cool. But we already have Obi-Wan now. Let me think of another character. Who else is gone in Star Wars that they could bring back? I'm thinking of like older actors that were in like A New Hope. Aunt Beru? Do you want to see Aunt Beru come back? It's a Star Wars, Beru's Revenge. Luke in the Mandoverse has a very heavy Jesus vibe. Yeah, totally. I mean, he is like, that's the Luke that I think we wanted to see for sure. And yeah, he's very wise, and he, you know, in the Book of Boba Fett, he was very calm. Like, he always had the situation under control, and he's like, I'm just going to pick up Grogu and take it from the Mandalorian because I know that's what I have to do, you know? It was cool. I'm cool with it. Yeah, I mean, I think there is some, without going too far into it, I think there is an ethical debate to it, having, you know, bringing people back. But if their families get money from it, you know, like James Earl Jones signed his voiceover to Darth Vader basically forever to Disney, and his family, his what do they call it? Estate is gonna get paid, man, making that Disney money basically forever now, because they're never gonna get rid of Darth Vader. If they do, it would be a mistake. Alright, thanks for letting me know my mic was off. I appreciate that. SQ, okay. We already read that. Oh my god, guys. Now, this was a while ago, but I didn't get to show it. I remember I was streaming and I was like, I can't find the video. Here's the video. My god, it's so sad. Every time I watch this...
Can you take my picture with the star? No? Well, have a good day anyway. You will? Oh, thanks. Oh, wait a minute. You have to wind it. I don't know how I'm going to see what's behind it. Wow. I know. So here, if you...
I don't know if that was staged, but I guess nobody recognized poor Mark Hamill on the Hollywood Star. He was like standing by his Hollywood Star, and nobody recognized him. I guess there were no Star Wars fans there. I mean, I would have recognized him. I'd have been like, Luke. I don't know what I would have said.
Come here.
Mark. But I think that this is just a joke. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that this is all set up. I think it's a setup, guys. It's not real. It's fake, just like the AI. Here we go. Here's a new look. Let's see. Here's a new look at Maul in the upcoming animated series Maul Shadow Lord. This is the box art of the action figure. That's I guess it's out now. So that's what he's going to be looking like there. I can't remember if this is a new belt or not. I know that does look like his belt in Phantom Menace, but if there's a Clone Wars fan out there, is that his belt in the Clone Wars? What are people saying about Maul? I think they're angry because they didn't get a trailer yet. But a lot of people are saying that a trailer is going to be coming out for the Super Bowl. Maybe during the Super Bowl halftime show, we'll probably get a trailer of Maul Shadow Lord, which I'll be watching it anyway. I mean, everybody watches the Super Bowl, right? Maybe not. I don't care anymore because the Steelers are out, so I'll still watch it. I'll be watching for Star Wars stuff and reporting back to you whenever Grogu shows his face at the Super Bowl, for sure. It's happening. Oh yeah, it's definitely happening. We're gonna get a trailer in the Super Bowl. Ryan Johnson. Oh, we'll talk about Ryan Johnson. That's all right. John says, I heard the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer is coming during the Super Bowl. Is that what you heard? Is it that? I thought it was Maul Shadow Lord. They need to deliver with this next trailer. They need to give us any trailer, because it's been too long, dude. We got that sneak peek kind of. It was a full trailer, but all we're getting right now is like Mandalorian cardboard stand pictures from freaking Portugal. I need a trailer. I would like to see a Mandalorian trailer. I'd like to see anything right now. And it doesn't feel like they're serious about this because they won't, what is this? What? Did I save this? What the hell? This is 7-year-old me. Sorry, I'm kind of a boomer. I'd like laugh at these stupid things. 7-year-old me with my expandable Mace Windu lightsaber, ready to get blown into the next year by the home invaders. Oh my god, dude. I can't even say that. And it's a picture of Samurai. It's pretty funny, actually. Just like I'm going down swinging, guys. That was pretty funny. I'm a boomer kind of sometimes. Sorry, but I apologize for that. The final trailer for episode 9 came out 2 months before the movie, and that movie made $1 billion. I know. Isn't that the most earning Star Wars movie was The Rise of Skywalker? The final trailer came out 2 months. Yeah, dude. When is that? May? I think it's coming out. It's coming out in a matter of months, and we basically have nothing new about it. Then it was just, hey, here's Grogu Mandalorian, and then we got a Man in the trailer too. I don't know if you remember that. A Man's in it from Return of the Jedi, which was awesome. I hope it actually is a Man, and it's not just some random a Man alien. I can't think of his species right now. SQ, what's his species? Run something. Tell me something. Here's this article. Star Wars Holocron is like practicing therapists, graduate degrees. I don't know. They were saying basically just accept that Dave Filoni's in charge now. Yeah, accept it, dude. Come on. I mean, it's gonna be great. Everybody just relax, okay? He's got it. He was George Lucas's freaking apprentice, okay? I think he has it under control, all right? He's been at Lucasfilm for like freaking 12 years now or something. I think even longer than that. How old's the Clone Wars? I don't even know. The Galactic League is formed. Okay, that's the trailer for Galactic Racer. That's old news. If you haven't seen it yet, Galactic Racer's coming out, I guess, maybe this year sometime. 2026. Okay. If it was a pod racing game, that'd be kind of cool. 20 years. Yeah, really. He's been at Lucasfilm 20 years. Yeah, exactly. He's already done a full career there. He made Clone Wars, Rebels. He's studied under George Lucas. He studied not only, actually, do you know what? Let's just look at this real quick. Look at this, because the holofiles here goes into, kind of gives a really good backstory of where he comes from. Here's him. Look, he's like, "Yes, master, tell me everything. Teach me how to be a filmmaker." And George is like, "What? Just write faster." Let's go back to 2005 when Dave Filoni made the transition from Star Wars fan to Star Wars creator. Pennsylvania born. Hell yeah. Director and artist, had earned a degree in animation. So he had a degree in University of Pennsylvania, got a degree. Worked on Nickelodeon's Avatar, The Last Airbender. That doesn't matter. Yeah, he caught the attention of George Lucas way back in 2005. Basically took him under his wing, recruited him as his de facto apprentice while creating the Clone Wars together. Filoni and Lucas developed an extensive personal and professional relationship, with the two spearheading the Emmy Award-winning series The Clone Wars. One could argue no one working today has such an understanding of Lucas's vision of Star Wars as Filoni. I think that's the most important point, kind of, that you know, they spent so much time on the Clone Wars, which really delved into the idea of the Force. Where does the Force come from? The wills of the Force, right? And he kind of basically just dumped all his ideas on Filoni. So I think the guy knows what he's talking about. And then down here they said something else that was kind of interesting to me. Over the years, his colleagues often reference his encyclopedic. God, let me start over. His colleagues often reference his encyclopedic knowledge of Star Wars. Yeah. The guy knows everything about Star Wars. He is the lore master, basically. The lore keeper now. Something that Tony Gilroy's work on Andor proved is not necessary to create a great Star Wars story. Yeah. But it's good to have someone in charge that actually knows. He literally knows Star Wars in and out, like he's created it. So, I don't know. Is anybody out there right now like thinking it's a bad thing? I know on Twitter they're saying that, but it might just be to get a reaction. Because like John said, Twitter is just, it's just for people to be angry. I'm more hyped for Ahsoka Season 2 than anything else. Dude, there is so much in Ahsoka to wrap up right now. We got Anakin Skywalker back as a Force ghost. We got freaking Sabine Wren she's like a Jedi now. I mean, not really a Jedi, but she's Force sensitive. We got, what else do we got? We got Baylan Skoll is like up on the father statue, just like peering out. He's finding the world between worlds too. We're gonna get probably Abeloth. If you know who that is, of course you know who that is. You guys all know way more about Star Wars than I do, but Abeloth is coming in probably. I hope. That would be insane. Okay, so there's one more thing I wanted to pull out of this article because it was interesting. Jedi or live action Ahsoka series. Filoni's always had a penchant. They're using big words. Star Wars knowledge. So basically they're saying that he learned the art of filmmaking from George Lucas. That's who he studied under, is George. So look, I'm hyping him up a lot, I know. And if it all fails, that'll be one thing. I'll be really sad. I'll be like, really? Are you kidding me? I don't think it will. It's not going to fail. It's going to be awesome. I'm more hyped for Ahsoka season. Yeah, me too, man. I'm just hyped for something to come out. I just want something to come out. We're going to get it this year with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Is going to be awesome. Everyone's going to love it. Everyone's going to go. They're going to bring back old characters that are gone now. They're going to bring them back. Okay, that's just coming from me. You know what I mean? I don't have any proof, but I think they're going to be bringing back old characters from the Mandalorian TV series to be in the movie, if you know what I mean. You heard it here first. Yep. I have zero proof to back that up, but yeah, so Tartakovsky was going to take over. Oh, by the way, Genndy Tartakovsky, I don't know if you remember the 2004 Clone Wars series. One of the best, just the best little tiny parts of Star Wars was that 2004 Clone Wars cartoon animated series. It was great. He was going to take over right before Filoni swooped in and took it, man. Oh, no. He said, I don't want to do it. And then Filoni came in. That's what happened. That's right. So that was kind of a dumb move on his part. I mean, sometimes you just got to take that opportunity, you know? Luke and Mando and Grogu? No, I don't know. Is it Luke? Is Luke going to be in it? I think maybe another character is going to be in it. I don't know. Do you think they're going to bring Luke into Mando and Grogu? Let me know. I don't know. They should. I think the original Mandoverse movie that they were going to do, the original Avengers style Mandoverse, which this is kind of my video, but whatever. All of the Disney Plus TV shows, every single one of them, we're building to a massive Endgame style Avengers movie. Okay. And it's on ice now. It's not happening right now. I don't know why. So Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, Skeleton Crew even, was all going to be this huge, massive, awesome team-up movie where they cross all the universes. Spoiler, it was going to happen. Now it's not. For some reason. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why it's in the video. I think it's in the video. Maybe not. Video coming soon on that. It's already done, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Filoni's in charge now too, which makes zero sense why they would cancel the Mandoverse like that and move away from the New Republic era. Do you like the New Republic era? Let me know. It is confirmed, yes. And I will get that video out here shortly where I actually say where I get the information from. It's on ice, and it doesn't exactly mean that it's never going to happen, but I know as of right now, it's on ice. Maybe because of all the transition that's going on over at Disney right now, but I don't think it's canceled. No, it's on ice right now. Maybe just to get this fella here going, you know what I mean? You're the leader now, so take over and do stuff. Make us money. But yeah, so unfortunately, but let me know too. There's Lynwen Brennan. I don't know much about her. I know that she's handling the business aspect. Thank God, because I can tell you, because I'm an artist, Dave Filoni wouldn't be able to do it. Okay, he'd be like, "What? Allocations? What? I don't understand what you're talking about. Where do I put this money?" Yeah, she's got it. She looks like the right type of person to like run the money side of it, you know. She looks like she knows what she's doing. It's going to take someone, you know, like a penny pincher to, which I'm not saying anything about. Filoni and Brennan have been overseen by Kathleen Kennedy for the past 14 years. Will take her teachings with them. Oh, God. Oh, my God, no. What? I just went to a new article. No! We're done talking about Kathleen Kennedy now. Kennedy herself admitted that there have been missteps during her tenure, namely surrounding the Solo, a Star Wars story debacle. Why is she blaming Solo, a Star Wars story? Honestly, Solo wasn't the reason that movie flopped. It was because of the movie that came out right before it. Anyway, why are we talking about Kathleen Kennedy again? Oh God, somebody help me. There we go. Let's go back to our Twitters here. X, is there anything else? It's plastic garbage. 3D printed chainmail. AI slop. That would never stop a sword. Sorry about that. Is that all we have on here? Yes. December Star Wars movies all made billions. Well, then they switched it for no reason. Really? Is that the case? All the December Star Wars movies made billions? Because people want to go to the theaters maybe more in December? I think everybody's happier because it's, you know, Christmas season. Everybody wants to just kind of relax, take off work, do whatever they want. But yeah, December, huh? But The Mandalorian and Grogu's coming out in May. That might not be the right move then. That's interesting. George Lucas asked if he moved on from... I just saw a freaking picture of George Lucas at a football game with a freaking Boba Fett t-shirt on. And he's always saying this stuff. He's like, "I'm done, guys. I'm done with Star Wars. I'm done. I didn't even want to put Star Wars in my Lucas Museum of Narrative Art." But he's always out there in public wearing Star Wars shirt. I think he's full of crap. He's full of it. He still loves Star Wars. Here's this if you're interested. This is a 2025 Imperial Star Destroyer. $1,234. Brand new. Wait, let me test my skills in selling a car here. Hold on. I'm not the car salesman here, but... Look at this, guys. Look at this. This beautiful new piece of machinery. 2025 Imperial Star Destroyer. Only $1,234. Crazy marketplace find. Pick it up today. Go take a look at it. It's beautiful to drive in. All your friends will be jealous. You'll imagine jumping in that thing and zooming across the street until the freaking command center falls off. That's exactly what happened, but that's pretty cool. Actually, I really do like that. And if that was in my driveway, it would be insane. I would love to own that, actually. I'm going to start a crowdfund to buy me a 2025 Imperial Star Destroyer on a freaking Kia. What is that? A Kia Sentra? What's this? Daisy Ridley says the upcoming new Jedi Order movie will be worth the wait. That movie's never going to stop being rumored about until it actually comes out. What do you think? Is there going to be a Rey movie? Are they going to do another one? Are they going to maybe combine the hunt for Ben Solo and the Rey movie? I don't know. We'll see, I guess. They're always talking about it, but they never do anything about it. Whoa, this is way old. Oh, here, look at this. So to kind of show you, because Dave is an artist, here's this doodle by Dave Filoni did of Boba Fett is proudly displayed in our art gallery, and it's been a fan favorite among our guests. So here's a sketch he did.
In 20.
Let me make it bigger so you can see.
That was sent to me by his assistant. A doodle. I can't doodle a straight line. Dave doodles Boba Fett. Amazing.
So there's a Dave Filoni Boba Fett drawing.
That was sent to
it's
me
kind
by
of cool, right?
Assistant.
I mean, he's a real artist. Look at that.
Doodle. Assistant. A doodle.
You could tell he was like on the phone while he's making these marks. Have you ever been on the phone and just like making marks like that? Maybe. Or maybe those are speed lines. Those better not be speed lines. But yeah, that just goes to show, man. The guy's an artist. I better not have to eat my words whenever his first trilogy just goes down the crapper. Just like, this sucks. No, he'll do great. They should release the Filoni film in 2028. Yeah, just make it anyway. I think it is just on ice. I think they're still gonna make it for sure. I told you there's a lot to talk about today. You know, I don't just make stuff up at the beginning of my streams. There's so much. Oh, here's this. I really love this. Hold on. Is it coming through?
この2人をステージにお迎えすることができてとても光栄です。ルーカスフィルムのチーフクリエイティブオフィサー、デイブ・フィローニさん。
I don't know why, but I love Japanese R2-D2 and C-3PO. I don't know. Dave Filoni Lucas-san. Wait, what do you say? Dave Filoni-san. Dave Filoni-san. I love Japanese C-3PO. I don't know why, dude. It's great. Dude, they're freaking hyped over there for Dave. Come on. Yeah, anyway. I thought that was pretty cool. They should release the Filoni film. Seriously. I think that was it. Yeah. Oh, there's the picture of George Lucas. You see? Look at this. He's acting like he hates Star Wars all the time. He's like, I hate Star Wars. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. Look at this. He's wearing a freaking Boba Fett shirt at the Broncos game. He's a Broncos fan. So yeah. He still loves Star Wars. Get out of here. Come on. I mean, he's having a freaking full-size N1 Naboo starfighter at the Lucas Museum of Modern Art. You think he'd still like Star Wars doing that? What is this? This is all old. Don't show freaking Cyril on my screen. A dead Cyril on my screen. My gosh. I'm gonna get struck. This is all old. I went over this before. That is the news of the day. I am going to have to go deeper into this. Next year, we're getting A New Hope in IMAX. Dude, I cannot wait for the 50th anniversary of A New Hope to come out in the theaters again. I'm going to be there with my popcorn ready to go, man. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. We talked about, talked about Dave Filoni. We talked about the breaking news that just happened on stream. If you weren't here, Bob Iger's stepping down too. I guess it's not really confirmed, but the Los Angeles Times says he is. It's crazy, man. So we're getting a new CEO and everything else, I guess. We talked about the AI Luke Skywalker getting his lightsaber. Now I feel bad. I feel bad talking about this now, man. I wasn't trying to put it down, okay? I was just kind of showing how different it would have been if Disney would have released this, and everyone's saying Disney should have released this. Yeah, they should have, all right? I love it. It's the best film ever. It's the best piece of Star Wars ever. Now I feel bad, see? What you make me do? You make me give my opinions, and then I feel bad afterwards. Not really. They also said it would be a year-long celebration. Oh my god. So is that when Star Wars Celebration, is that going to be the big talk of Star Wars Celebration? I think the next Star Wars Celebration is going to be I think it's in LA, isn't it? No. I don't know. I would have to look it up. I'm pretty sure they're skipping a year and then they're doing it in LA. So maybe we'll go to that. As always, every single time we do one of these live streams, I like to show off some artwork, some Star Wars art. And since my co-host Did the Drawn's not here today, he usually makes us a nice piece of art as we're sitting here talking about Star Wars. But we'll look at this. Here is Ralph McQuarrie, legendary concept artist. He's the guy, obviously, that got Star Wars off the ground. He made Star Wars. He basically gave us the vision of Star Wars before anybody ever saw it. So here's some of his art. Look at that, man. That's the Cantina. And, oh, dude, they actually just made figures of these guys. Oh, man, I should have saved it on here because I was going to show you. They just made action figures. I don't think it was AI. I can't tell anymore. But I'm pretty sure they just made action figures of these guys. If anybody has the picture. This guy right here. This Wookiee at the bar. From the concept art with a mustache. He's like the bartender Wookiee. Which wasn't. Was it in the movie? I don't want to say. Now I have to watch A New Hope again. But yeah, they did a figure him. I think they did. Did they do him too? I don't know. I'll have to see. But here's the other pieces of art here. There's the band. Everyone's favorite. Mos Eisley. That's not Mos Eisley. That's Jabba's. That's Jabba's palace, buddy. I had too much white monster, guys. Top 3 star. Okay, hold on a second. I will answer that 1 second. Let's look at this bartender. He's like, "Can I have some milk? We don't serve milk here. Get out of here." And this guy's just like, "Oh God, I have to listen to this again." So there's that. Okay, yeah, that's gonna have to wrap it up. Okay, so let's answer this last question here. Hold on. My scrag. I gotta put my... Oh my God. I gotta put my face back up here. There we go. Before we close out, thanks for spending the day with me here. A couple hours today. Oh, an hour and a half. What are the top 3 Star Wars movies or shows you're looking forward to? Maul, Shadow Lord. Top 3 shows. Is there any more shows? I want an Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2. I want Obi-Wan in Clone Wars armor again. Obviously. Everybody wants to see that. I want Kenobi Season 2. Maul, Shadow Lord's going to be awesome. Are there more shows? I mean, Ahsoka Season 2, obviously, but I think those are the only shows that are being talked about right now. I don't think there's any other shows in the works, is there? I haven't heard anything. I would like to see an Old Republic... Okay, I'd like to see an Old Republic show. Can we get that, please? John Wick playing Darth Revan? Yes. That's the show I want to see. Let's see. Okay, there are Star Wars shorts coming in February. What? James Mangold's Star Wars movie. Yeah, James Mangold's Star Wars film was called a biblical epic, and it intrigues me. Okay, let's look at that. I'm gonna have to do some research on that one because I haven't heard too much about James Mangold's film, but a biblical scale epic would be insane. It would have to be in that other era, in that ancient era that we call the Old Republic then, right? What else did I have? Okay, now real quick before we go, we have a segment I do every single week with you guys. There's a Star Wars short called Saber Comp. What? I'm gonna have to research this because I haven't heard about this. There's a Star Wars short film coming out called Saber Comp. Let me take this off in case this is something dirty here because I gotta see this right now. You better not be tricking me. Hold on. Comp. Sabercomp.com. What? Get out of here. Hey. This is a freaking... What? The premier community for lightsaber combat enthusiasts and creators. Join us today to become a part of our vibrant and supportive community. What is this? Hold on. I'm going to put this on the screen. It's a Star Wars short film competition. Really? What? How have I not heard about this? Dude. That's pretty cool, man. That's oh, that looks like a lot of fun to do. And this is an actual competition we can do. We could submit a freaking video in here. Maybe we should do this. Here's a showcase. 2022. How have I never heard of this? 2022. Star Wars short film competition. Dude, that's awesome. Okay. That's pretty cool, man. Dude, there's so many to look through. I'm going to have to do a deeper dive into this. Maybe we'll have to do a video on this because that's crazy. Paula 1966 says, hello, I have a question for you. Do you think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan? Yes, I just said, in fact, right before you came on here, I was saying about how I want Keanu Reeves to play Darth Revan. I mean, he's perfect for it. He's getting a little up there in the years. But that's really no problem, you know. I mean, my gosh, they just made Mark Hamill freaking young Luke Skywalker again. You'd think they could do something with him. These fights are insane, dude. I want to watch some more of these, but I don't want to get struck at the same time because these are YouTube videos, obviously. That's cool. Look at that. Now, I do know that there is actually like a competition that people do at cons. They actually like fight lightsabers. We're going to get into that next time, but that's crazy, man, that all this special effects, Star Wars really should take a note from the fans and start making cool fights like this instead of ripping them off like they did in Visions. I don't know if you remember that a while back. Visions, was it seasons 1 or 2? Either way, they ripped off a fan film fight for Visions. They just like traced over the people that were fighting in the fan film, and yeah, that was bad. Acolyte had the best fight since the prequels. I'll die on that hill. Me too. Look, Acolyte's fights were the best part of that. Basically, the only good part of that show was the fights. In my opinion, my humble opinion, the fights were cool. Some are awesome. Some are put more effort into it. Yeah. I'd like to spread the word. All right. Yeah. See ya. Thanks for letting me know about that. That was pretty cool. Maybe we'll do a video on that later. Let's see. Paula says, I heard that Abeloth might be coming to Ahsoka Season 2 and Natalie Portman might be returning as Padme. And Abeloth will take her form to deceive Anakin. Really? Was that my video? Wait a second. Did I make that video? I think I made that short a while back. I'm pretty sure that's in my shorts list here. Yeah. Wouldn't that be insane if Padme came back and was like, Annie? That was my video, I'm pretty sure. I forget things. Look, I've made a lot of videos over the past year in shorts, so I forget things sometimes, but I'm pretty sure. Where's my stuff, dude? The heck? Holy crap, I got like freaking... Look, there's like 1,000 people watching right now and I can't even bring up a damn video. Let me see here. Hold on. It is definitely in my shorts.
But if you do,
no!
please mention that I'd like...
Don't play that. Anyway, yeah. Go back and check out my shorts list because I'm pretty sure... Look, if I click on shorts, it goes to the shorts and plays the music. Anyway, this is not good. I will find it later. But yeah, I did do one, and I do want to see Abeloth come back for sure. That might not happen. Don't get your hopes up. John says, don't get your hopes up, guys. Look, the bar is super low right now, so I think we can have our hopes a little bit up, because it's so like it's been 7 years since a Star Wars movie, so I think that they're gonna do just fine. I can't imagine them turning Natalie Portman into a monster because you've probably seen what Abeloth looks like. Yeah, I mean, didn't Natalie play on that Black Swan? I don't like to talk about things I haven't seen, but wasn't she a monster in that? I feel like I've seen a still where she was like a monster. I didn't watch the Black Swan though. I don't know anything about it. But yeah, that would be crazy, man. If they brought back Natalie and Hayden Christensen in the same movie, maybe in the Avengers style Mandoverse movie, and just like had them fighting in the World Between Worlds with Abeloth. Holy crap. Now we're getting out there. I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah. So yeah, that's okay. We got a segment. Sorry about that. I got distracted. We got this segment we do every single week, every live stream. It's the comment of the week from my videos or shorts. Comment of the week this week is from That Sith Lord Vader. I'm pretty dang tired of Grogu. They had a nice closed loop set up with him going to Luke, but nah, moneymaker baby. So basically that Sith Lord Vader was saying, I'm sick of Grogu. Grogu should have had his story basically tied up in The Mandalorian at the end and gone to Luke Skywalker, but instead he chose Grogu. Or Mando, sorry. That's an interesting comment because I mean, I'm not tired of Grogu. I'm excited for the movie, but I do get it. Like, I think they probably should have tied up his character. They should have tied that arc up at the end of season 3 or 4. Yeah, 4, because they're still working on. They might not do 4 now. That's a whole nother video. But yeah, I thought they should have had Grogu go with Luke for sure. Not Mando. Like, wasn't the point to get Grogu to Luke Skywalker to like back to his basically his home was with the Jedi for Order 66? But I don't know. What do you think? I think so. I never watched Black Swan either. Yeah. I'm gonna have to watch that one of these days here, but yeah, I don't know. So we'll see if they bring Natalie back. Natalie wants to come back. She was like, "Make me a Jedi. I want to come back as a Jedi, guys." That was some crazy news there. Everyone was reacting in one way or another. Do you want to see Natalie Portman back as a Jedi? That video freaking went off too, but yeah, so that looks like, yeah, that is, we have one more thing here. Hold on. Let me show this. This is a new behind the scenes from Ahsoka. Oh, I thought this was from Ahsoka season 2. No, that's just from the regular old first season of Ahsoka there. She's got that look. She's like, it's a little bit smug looking, but you know, Ahsoka can be smug for sure. But yeah, that was from season 1. Sorry, I thought that was a new image from season 2. We're not getting anything. They're keeping it tight-lipped. Loose lips sink ships. So yeah, that's all the news I have for today. I gotta go. I gotta go do family stuff. So thanks for joining me today. I had a lot of fun today. Thank you. The chat was very fast move actually. For me, that was a great chat. It was good to talk to you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me for an hour and a half on this Tuesday, and I will be back. I'll be back next Tuesday. We'll do it all over again. All right. I'll get some good news. We'll talk about. I'm sure there'll be more coming out because it's been crazy lately in the Star Wars world. There's been stuff coming out like almost every day. There's something new that comes out. You're just like, what is going on right now? Because I think Star Wars is waking back up. You know, like I said at the beginning of the stream. It's a crazy time to be a Star Wars fan. I'm excited. So, yeah. So, we will go out with this. SQ. All right. SQ says bye. Thanks, guys. Look out for my next video coming soon. Hit that bell for notifications. Thanks for joining me today. And I will see you guys next time.